Hi everybody, this is Gijs again with another review and I really hope you are doing well. This time it's a review on a product that I've been using many years and that I am really very fond of. And I'm not the only one, because you've asked many questions about it and I could have sold it I think about 250 times by now. Yes, this is the review you have been waiting for. It's about my very famous red Lundhags Authentic pen. Enjoy the video. And welcome back to the review on the Lundhags Authentic pen. For those of you who follow me already for a while, I would like to say welcome back to my channel. Nice to have you here. And I would like to thank you also for all the nice comments and the support that I got from you on my quiet criticism story on the Krötgura gloves that I did last week. I was quite nervous about that one because I'm not sure how that one was received by all of you, but you liked my way of investigating journalism. Now, if you are new to my channel, welcome to my channel. You don't know what I'm talking about, I'll put the link in the description below on that Krötgura glove and also in the link up here, so you can have a look at it after you've seen this video, of course. Now, for those of you who are new, welcome to my channel. My name is Gijs. I am a Dutch outdoor gear and bike reviewer and I do my work totally independent, so that means that manufacturers are not paying me for my reviews. Sometimes I ask stuff to be sent to me, sometimes they send stuff to me, not even with asking, and sometimes, like in this case, I just review stuff that I bought on one of my trips. And if people send me stuff that I do like, I just ask for a bill, and if I don't like it that much or I have something similar already, I just send it back, of course, because that's what independent reviewing is all about. Now, if you like what I do at the end of this video, then please subscribe to my YouTube channel, because with more followers I can make more videos. And also consider joining me on my Instagram account and maybe give my Facebook page a like. Now, let's continue with the Lundhags Authentic pen review. I bought that one and this one and two shorts, which are called the Authentic shorts, about 5 years ago in the Lundhags factory store in Jorpen, up north in Sweden. I did a nice bargain there, of course, because that's what a factory outlet is about. And I've been using those pens ever since, and very intensely. So let's have a short look in the past where especially the red one has been. Now, that was just a short look in the past, because it's been on more places than I can remember, basically. Now, what you should know is that the Authentic pen, this one and this one, is officially called the Authentic 1 pen. Last year, I think, Lundhags made a new version of the Authentic pen, which is called the Authentic 2 pen, and sometimes I refer to it as the Mark 1 and the Mark 2. Now, this video is about the Mark 1, but I still think it is very relevant, because the Mark 1 is still for sale in a lot of outdoor shops, online, but also brick and mortar. Just go and look for it, because you can do really nice bargains, because of course the official Mark 2 is there. The differences are not that big. Let me start with the material. This one, the Mark 1, it is made out of a mix of 35% organic cotton and 65% of polyester. The new version, it's got the same mix, it's also organic cotton, but the polyester, it is now recycled polyester. So in that way, it's got a little bit more sustainable. And that mix, this polyester cotton mix, it's basically all the red parts that you see on the pant. Now the black parts on the knees, and you will see it on the bum when I turn it around, that one is Schuler Dynamic. And Schuler Dynamic, it's a very strong, stretchy material, which is stretchy because there is 11% of elastan in the mixture of 89% of polyamide. That was the old version. The Mark II version has 92% of polyamide and 8% of elastan. And what is good to know is that that is Bluesign approved. Now the new Mark II pant has got a DWR finish on top of it, durable water repellent coating, so that when droplets of water or rain fall onto it, they will basically roll off quite immediately, and so your pant will get less wet. The thing is, what I can't remember anymore, if this pant had a DWR coating as well on it, because it's been outdoors and it's been washed so many times that, well, simply when this one gets wet, it doesn't get wet very fast, but it will get wet. What I should say that on the Mark II, that DWR coating is 100% PFC free. So overall, the Lundtag Authentic 2 pant is a little bit more sustainable. Now, to be totally complete, this pant, it is a size 64, and I put it on my precise scale, and I measured a weight of 535 grams. Now, it should weigh 550 grams according to Lindex, so maybe it's a different size, or it is just a little bit of wear and tear on the fabric itself. It is available for men and women. And yes, there is a junior or kids version as well. And that is very good because a lot of outdoor pant manufacturers, they don't think about the kids. Now, why do I love the Authentic pant so much? There are so many different reasons, but the main one is the fit. I'm a small guy, 1 meter and 69 and a little bit more centimeters. And I weigh 63 kilograms. So that means that I am quite a skinny guy. And a lot of outdoor pants that have a fit that is just not fitting my hips with the right length of the legs, basically. This one had, when I put it on in the factory store, it fitted right away. And that's why I bought 2 of them in that moment. And it's like when you put on a pair of jeans, you immediately know if that pair fits you or if it doesn't fit you. Now, this one fits me like a glove. Funny remark if you relate this to my recent review. Now, what I also like is all the practical things on the pant itself. First, of course, it's got 2 pockets on the sides, and they are very nice just to put your hands in if you are getting a little bit cold. They also fit gloved hands, not very thick gloves of course, but just the thermal liners, for example, it fits. And they are deep enough so you can put your keys in there, you can put coins in there, you can put maybe a lighter in there if you use it, and it never falls out. It's a very secure pocket. On the inside, and it's a quite important detail, the seam, how the pocket on the inside is basically made, the stitching, it's a double stitching. So what happens to a lot of my jeans is that when I put my car keys in there, I get a hole in it, mostly where the fabrics touches each other and where the seam is. In this one, not a hole, not even near to a hole. It is a very well thought of construction. Now, next to that, you've got, of course, 2 big pockets on the thighs, on the upper legs. And the pockets, they are big enough to contain a folded map, which is in my case very practical because I use it a lot, and when you have it on that spot, it is always in reach. Now, what you should know is that on the right side of the pocket, there is also a smaller inner pocket that is made out of a stretch material, that is also a mesh stretch material, and it fits a smartphone. Yes. And I've tried it with just my smartphone, my iPhone 12. I have a plus size and that fits quite easily. But that is without the casing, because since I put the casing on top of it, on my iPhone 12, I noticed that it takes a little bit more force to put it in that stretch pocket, and I have seen a little bit of damage by now. So maybe you should take a smaller phone or use a smartphone in the plus size, but not use a casing around it if you want to keep your pens in one piece basically. But that one is 5 years old, so what am I bothered about? Well, to be totally honest, I'm not bothered about this. Now, then that was the pockets. What I also do like is all those flex parts, and you can see them, the knees, they are very, very stretchy. You can see me sitting down. It is lovely, nothing is holding me back. Now, also on the back, and now I'll have to take my contraption, you will see that there is quite some black material, and this is all stretch, and it's even in the crotch, and this gives a huge freedom of movement, and that is why I can do everything in this pen. What you should know is that the material, yes, the polycotton material is quite water resistant, but this isn't. So as soon as you sit down in wet grass, you will get a wet bomb. And that's a little bit of a different to one other pen that I use sometimes when I know I have to sit down in wet grass, which is a Klettermusen, because that one has a waterproof bomb. So be aware, this is not a waterproof bomb. Now, since we're looking at the rear of the pens anyway, I can tell you also that on the Mark II, basically this part above the black and the belt area, there is more stretch in the Mark II. So even in that pen you get more freedom of movement. What I also do like is that there is a little bit of stretch underneath on the inside of the knees. So that makes it very flexible, but also when you sit down like I'm doing now, you don't have these layers doubling on the inside. So it is never in the way, and that makes this also very, very comfortable. Now, let me turn it the other way around again. If we look at some small details, yes, you see that I'm wearing a belt also on this one, because I like wearing pens with a belt, because on the belt I've got my microphone transmitter on it at the moment, but I'm most of the time carrying a knife that should be on the belt, and a belt, it never bothers me when I'm wearing a backpack. But I use very wide belts, always leather. The loops for the belt, you can fit a belt in it with a width of about 45 millimeters. That's the one that I'm wearing here. This one is a little bit more narrow, but a belt, it is very, very possible. There is also a change on the Mark II, because the Mark II pen has got a Velcro adjustment system on the side. So that one you can wear without a belt if it is a little bit on the bigger size, and especially if you do a long trekking, you might lose some weight. That can be very convenient. And I know some people, they have a backpack and they don't like wearing a belt. Now, what I noticed is that on the Mark II that I tried at home, because it has to go back to a shop, I borrowed it. I noticed that when you use the Velcro, that you get a little bit of doubling of layers, and I'm not too convinced that this is very, very comfortable, but I've not read any complaints on this on the internet, so probably this is not the case. I asked Lundhags, by the way, to send me a Mark II pen already half a year ago, but Lundhags, it's not the fastest company, and when they agreed basically to send me one, they were not able to, because they're not able to deliver a pen before somewhere the first 3 months of 2022. So the pen that I have been looking at home came from an outdoor shop, Kathmandu in Utrecht in the Netherlands. So thank you guys for this. Now, what I also do like in the details is that the zipper on the front, it is a YKK zipper, and also on the sides you've got these ventilation openings, and they are also YKK zippers. Now, one other detail, I'll get on the ventilation a little bit later, is that it's got a boot lock system, and the boot lock system in this case, it is with a strap. It's got a buckle, and it also has got a very nice metal button, and it works very well to use it to tie it around your boots basically, so that nothing can get in and that the pants will stay on your boots. Also, what is nice, that On the front there is this little metal hook that you can tie around your shoelaces, so that also at the front your pen will not ride up, if that's the correct way of saying this. What I do not especially like, I like the metal one, but on the new Mark II pen, this metal one has been exchanged for a plastic one. And to be honest, I don't get it. Now, let me talk a little bit about how I use this pen. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm not totally comfortable at the moment because it is about 3 degrees and I'm pretending like it's summer. But I'm actually getting a little bit chilly at the moment, especially my hands. This pen, I use this pen the whole year around. So that means basically every day of the week when I'm outdoors and sometimes at home in my garden. So that means that I use it in a wide range of temperatures. And that ranges from -5 degrees to +25 degrees. Of course, when it's 25 degrees, it is of course quite a warm pen, but since it's got ventilation on the sides, it is not too hot. And what is also nice about the ventilation, that there is this mesh structure behind it, so no branches or animals, insects will get in. And what it also does, if you are a little bit damp on the skin, then this also gives a little bit more freedom of movement when you need it. Now, of course, when I say that I use it with 25 degrees as well, while you know that I've got shorts, I don't use it, of course, all the time. I use it when basically my outdoor activity demands me wearing a long pant. That is when I'm using knives with my axe, or when I'm hiking through an area where you've got all these thorns and bushes and stuff. I don't want that on my skin, basically, so that's when I use this pen. When I say that I also use it in wintertime with about -5 degrees, or sometimes even a little bit colder when it's really nice dry weather, that is possible because, like now, I am wearing long johns underneath it. And there is enough space to keep it comfortable, so that's a good trick. If you like to have one pant basically for every season, then buy a pant where you can wear a pair of long johns underneath it. And like now, this is still a medium sort of that I'm wearing underneath it. But as it gets colder, I use a thicker one. I love the ones from Wool Power. I've got a very nice one from Otlo. That one is what I'm wearing at the moment. And I also like the mesh. Maybe you should check this online as well. From Aclima. It's a very nice mix between warm and cold. And because it's got a very nice mesh, it also works very well in humid regulation. One tip, if you buy pants to wear on your skin next to skin layer for isolation, buy something from wool, because wool is also capable of isolating when it is wet. Now, wet. Since I said that I use this pant most of the days, yes, I hardly wear real rain pants because I hate them. I always get sweaty in the end, unless when it's really a long downpour. But I use my Lundhag pants most of the time. And yes, it's not a waterproof pant, so when it's raining it will get wet. But since it is a mix of 35% cotton and 65% of polyester, it dries also pretty quickly. And when you're wearing long johns underneath it, it never gets cold and it doesn't feel very wet. My daily experience is that basically when I put it into a washing machine and I hang it out in the evening to dry, the next day it will be dry, just at home or in the garden when it's of course not too cold. When I'm outdoors and I'm using the pant and it gets wet, most of the time, of course, near the legs, this part, it always dries when the weather gets a little bit less humid. It just dries on the skin very, very easily. So that's how I use this pant. One thing that I did not talk about is what I also use this for, because I love making campfires. And this is probably the only pant that has been near campfires with sparks flying all over the place, and there is not one little black brownish mark on it. And that's the benefit of this nice cotton polyester mix. So yes, it's not fireproof, but it is quite fire resistant, and in that case it is really good for outdoor use. Now I think you get the idea why I love my Lundhags Authentic One Pant so much. And yes, I am of course curious about the Mark II version, if that one is going to perform as well as this one does. But that's maybe a review in 5 years' time. For now, you can buy this one, and I've been looking for this one online of course, quite cheap, from around 110 euros, and I've seen it in the UK for about 94 pounds. I'm pretty sure you can't buy this one in the US. I'm really sorry about this, but I called Lundhags about it, and no, they don't have a US distributor. So if you are looking for a pant, buy it in Europe and ship it overseas. The Lundhags Authentic 2 pant retails for 189 euros and 95 cents. And to be totally honest, I don't think that is a lot of money for a pant that is so very well made and so very comfortable. Of course, I did not test that one, but still, I rate my Authentic One pant at 9.4 points out of 10 total. I really hope you liked this video and that it was useful to you, and if it was, then please give it a like and leave a comment below. Also, if you've got any questions, remarks or suggestions, please use the comment section, because that is what it's for, and I'm more than happy to answer everything that you can throw at me. And if you like this video, then please subscribe to my YouTube channel, because with more subscribers I can make more videos. And don't forget to hit the alarm bell so you know when I uploaded a new video. If you're not totally convinced yet, then please have a look at my outdoor gear favorite playlist up there and also in the description below, so you can have a look at more videos that I did. And also take a look at that Crud video that I did on the Crud gloves. Now, for this moment, I would like to say thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the outdoors and stay safe. Ciao, ciao! And I am so very cold at the moment, so I'm going to get my down jacket. Stop pretending that it's summer. Now, the Lundhags Authentic 2 pants retails for 198, 98, 80, 89, 98, 89, 89. The